Hello, everybody. Woo, that was a little bit louder than I intended it to be. Hello, hello. Okay, good. All right. My name's Meg. A couple of new faces in the room here tonight. Welcome. We're going to do a focus on shoulders tonight. So a lot of the same stuff that you're used to in Ignite, but then a couple of things we're going to change along the way. So the two main things that we're going to change, I say two and then hold up one finger. The two main things that we're going to change tonight are, instead of tricep pulls, like how I cue your halfway lift and you have a tricep pull with your weights, or you can just do it with your arms, you're going to do a fly instead, which looks like this, out to the side. So your shoulder blades are squeezing together on your back. Weights come out to the side. So even if you don't have weights, arms out to the side like this, then pull the pit of your belly in and up. Perfect. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get started in child's pose. That's one of the main pieces, and then we'll add the other one as we go along here. When you get started in child's pose, spread out your knees nice and wide, your fingertips nice and wide. Hey, guys. So that you can get yourself situated down onto the floor, especially because it's pretty chilly outside right now. So take the opportunity to soak up the heat and let everything start to soften and open back up. Take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself all the way up. And exhale it out. Deep breath in. Fill yourself up. Expand. And exhale it out. One more time like that. A full breath in. Full breath out. And start to build your Ujjayi breath. Big, long inhale with a pause at the top. And a long exhale with a pause at the bottom. It's really purposeful right out of the gate to start to build heat internally while you've got the heat going externally. Downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back, and you pedal out your feet or shake out your head or do any of the movements that you like to take in your down dog. Yeah, keep building the breath. Full inhales on purpose, full exhales on purpose. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Come on in, guys. It's nice and toasty in here. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up and press the four corners of your feet straight down into the floor. Yeah, you can sway side to side if that feels good, or shake your head out a little bit more. Get your feet fully connected down into the mat. Then press into your feet and rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips and bring your thumbs to heart center. Choose an intention for your practice. Pick one specific thing that you want to focus on, and we'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, a fly with weights or without, just right out to the side. Yep, forward fold. Right back up to halfway lift. Come on up, fly, open it up. Low belly in, forward fold. One more time, halfway lift, long back, fly, high push up and pause. Push up and pause. So instead of knee taps, you're going to work the tops of your shoulders so your arms stay straight, and let your shoulders dip down and come back up. It's a really small movement. Yeah, down and back up. One more time. Lower. Press it back up. Chaturanga. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. In. Big exhale. 2 more. Fill up. Exhale. Last one. Fill. Push all the air out. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fly, arms out wide. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Extended mountain. Reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift, fly, arms out wide. High push up and pause. So you're doing those little shoulder dips. There's 3 of them. Lower 3. Good. 2. 1. Low push up. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. In, Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. One more. Fill. Exhale everything. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fly, arms out wide. Fold down. Extended mountain, rise up. Lift up through your chest. Forward fold. Halfway lift, fly. Good. High push-up and pause. Shoulder depressions. You got 3, 2, good. 1, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. In. Exhale it out. Breathe in. And empty. Last one. Clear it completely. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, fly, arms out wide. Fold down. Extended mountain, rise up. Stretch. Forward fold. Halfway lift, fly. High push up. Shoulder depressions. 3, 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So with the depressions, your elbows stay straight. It's just your shoulders moving up and down. Take a deep breath in. Empty it out. One more. Fill up. Push the air back out. Step or jump. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Extended mountain. One more sun A. Reach all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fly. High push up. Long straight arms. Shoulder depressions. 3. There it is. 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Awesome work. Breathe in together. Full breath out. Yeah, it can be a sigh. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Fill up. Exhale completely. Jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into the chair. Yes, let breath happen while you're in the chair pose. Lift and spread your toes. Wake them up. Yeah, there it is. Take a deep breath in here. Twist right on your exhale. Open up. Breathe in. Stay for the whole breath out. Good. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left on your exhale. Open. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. And back up to chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fly. Arms out wide. Good. High push up. Shoulder depressions. 3, 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step your foot between your hands. You're going to have weights in your hands or open palms. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot between your hands. Warrior 1. Rise all the way up and stretch. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Clear it out. Yeah, on purpose with it. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Fill up. Exhale completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Chair pose for 1 breath this time. Reach. Twist right on your exhale. Open up. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Nice, Kathy. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the breath out. Then back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fly. High push up. Shoulder depressions. 3, 2, keep breathing. 1, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1 right side. I know things are warm in the upper back area at this point. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. That's what we're going for. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 1. Step it through, rise up. Lift your heart up. Low push up, hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Full breath out. Yeah, 2 more. In and clear it. Last one. Exhale completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Chair pose. You got it. Reach. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay for the exhale. Good. Chair pose. Twist left. Open, breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, fly. Broad chest, high push-up. Shoulder depressions. 3, 2, 1. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step into it. Lift your chest all the way up with you. Low push-up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side warrior 1. Step into it. Reach. Eyes on one spot. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Clear it out. Yeah. Breath in. Exhale. One more. Clear it completely. Jump to the head of your mat. Yes. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. One more sun A. Chair pose, or sun B rather. Twist right. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in. Reach up. Twist left. Open. Breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fly. High push up. Belly stays in and up for the shoulder depressions. 3, 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right side warrior 1. Lunge deep. Bring your knee right on top of your ankle. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 1. You got it. Lunge and stretch up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Oh. Yes, things are warm and tingly in the upper shoulder area. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Flip your dog. Go all the way over. Yes, now you've got even more room to work with in your shoulders, more so than you typically do in the beginning of your practice. So see what's available. Take a cactus arm with your right arm and squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Yeah, just open up that space. You can straighten and come back to the bend, just working that joint warm and open. Then flip back over, side plank. Send your left hand up to the sky. You can have a weight in your hand or open palm. Bring more breath. Yeah, all that attention on the breath. So you'll scoop your hand or your weight underneath you in this side plank. So from that top hand, scoop it underneath your body, pull your low belly in. Back up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, wrap it underneath your body. Last time, hand up to the ceiling, scoop it underneath. Last one, back up top, high to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oh, take one breath in. Sigh it out. Left leg up to the sky. You got it. Things are getting warmed up, ready to go. Flip your dog. Yeah, let your breath fill the room. Fully connect. Heels, toes, everything down in your foundation into the floor. Cactus arm on the left. Bend the elbows. Squeeze it onto the backside of your body. Good. You can straighten and keep bending to create lubrication and space in that joint. Then flip back over, side plank. Top hand up to the sky. So start with what's touching the ground, your foundation first, and you create whatever variation you need. Then the top arm curls underneath you. Pull in and underneath. Stretch it back up to the ceiling. Curl it underneath. Pull your low belly in. Last time, arm up to the ceiling. Curl it underneath. Squeeze in. Reach back up. High to low push up. Woof, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yes, we're already getting great facial expressions, so I appreciate that. Take a deep breath in together. Empty it out. Breathe in and clear it. Good. Last one. Exhale completely. Right side crescent lunge. Step through. Build your breath while you're setting up the pose. So whether your arms in the air right away person or hands on hips to get situated first person, lots of breath. Then come low into it, knee on top of your ankle. Yes, where your thighs parallel with the floor. From that stable foundation, reach your arms way up and back behind you. Like you take your gaze up to the ceiling and a little bit further back and a little bit further back. So the further back you want to go, nice, Neil, the lower you have to get in your legs. Good. Hands to heart, wrap everything in, twist right. You got it. Stay right here and breathe. You can pause with palms together to get the foundation situated and then open your arms. Spread your fingertips apart. So you've done a lot of work in your upper back already. Squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Yes. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Warrior two, unwind. All the way up and around. I love the part of Ignite that makes Warrior Two feel like the rest pose. Come down a little bit more into your lunge. Extended side angle. Elbow to your front thigh or fingertips down by your foot. Stay low in your lunging front leg. Knee right on top of your ankle. Half bind. Top arm around your back. Plenty of space. So it could be tucked behind your hip or tucked into the hip crease of your front leg, wherever you've got space. Peel your top shoulder open. Pull that onto the back side of your body. Yes, there you go, Roxanne, like that. One more inhale. High to low push up. Big breath in up dog. Open up your chest. Downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. Step through. You got it. Breath the whole way. And then for some of you, maybe a wider stance might be a better fit so that you've got better balance. Yeah. Or maybe a longer stance front to back so you really customize it. Get low into your legs. Keep the legs low. Lift from the pit of your belly all the way up and out through the crown of your head and back behind you. Yes. Take the risk of looking a little further back. Yes, Carrie. A little further back. Hands to heart center. Pull it in. Twist left. Yeah, open your arms. Press your back thigh up to the ceiling. Yes, there it is. Two powerful legs to create stability here. One more inhale. Stay for the whole exhale. Twist, twist, twist. Warrior two, unwind. Right into your rest pose, and then come down into your low lunge. Thigh parallel with the mat. Extended side angle. So nothing changes about your legs. Notice that. Notice if your hips go back when you take extended side angle and take you out of your lunge. Half bind, top arm around your back. Then work the top shoulder back behind you. Keep peeling it onto the back side of your body. Yes, Rachel, like that. Right onto the back. One more inhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. You can be louder than that. Breathe in. Actually sigh. Yeah, one more. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Chair pose. Get the breath going in the chair pose. Steady, rhythmic. Yeah, some of you have weights in your hands. I love it. Chair pose. To iron footstool. Rise onto the ball mounds of your feet and reach your arms straight ahead of you, long and out through your fingertips. Drop your heels, hands to heart, twist right. I know, stay in it, stay in it. Open your arms. If you're not holding weight, spread your fingertips apart. Be here in the heat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Forward fold. Oh, take your first two fingers around your big toes. Yeah, let the breath flow. Land your gaze right at the back edge of your mat. Give yourself something to specifically stare at. All right, here's where that shoulder depression work comes into play. Crow pose from the head of your mat. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. I want you to keep the attention on your upper back, the space between your shoulder blades, so you press up and round your upper back up to the ceiling. Yes, Missy, like that. Round and puff up that space between your shoulder blades so it gets broader and further apart. Yes, Elena, just like that. Yeah, Jarrett, like that. Spread it out. One more breath. Step or jump back. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. Full breath out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fly. Open those arms. Fold down. Chair pose. Down and back down. It was like a collective breath holding. Start breathing again here. Yeah, all the way back in your heels, back in your hips. The breath makes it easier. Go from chair to iron footstool. Rise up, reach forward. Thighs parallel with your mat. Nice, Jenna. Squeeze it into center, then drop the heels, hands to heart, twist left. You got it. Open your arms. Steady, powerful breath for 5, 4, 3, wake up your fingers, 2, yes, 1, chair pose, forward fold. Gorilla, step on your palms, toes all the way up to your wrists. Yeah, give yourself a break. You can bend your knees a lot, even and lay your stomach on your thighs. Yeah, try that on. Take up some space here. Release your hands. Crow pose number 2. Really work that shoulder depression. So the shoulders, when your knees are on the backs of your arms in crow, great. And then your shoulders are kind of poking out of your back. I want you to press your hands into the mat and lift and spread the space between your shoulder blades. Like your shoulder blades literally get further apart while you're in the crow pose. Yes. Yeah, keep playing around with it. You've got one more breath. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in together. Exhale it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Fill up. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fly. Fold down. Rise up to standing. You're like, please no more flies. Eagle pose. Right side. They're one of those things you're like, I can do these. And then you 5 in and you're like, yes. Eagle pose, right side. Now, with your eyes on one spot, let yourself settle into your standing foot to start. All 4 corners of your standing foot straight down. Keep your arms bound, pull your shoulder blades straight back. Yeah, it's a little movement that pulls your shoulders straight back and lets them integrate on the back side of your body. Left side eagle. Wrap, start with foundation, what's touching the floor. Pull your shoulder blades straight back. Yes. Yeah, it starts to create some heat in your upper back, the back of your neck. Right side eagle, second set. Right arm under, right leg over. Stay focused on your breath. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your foot straight back behind you. Arms stay bound. Press back with your lifted foot a lot. Full airplane. Reach your arms behind you. Lift your chest up and out like upward facing dog. Yeah, there it is. Lots of space across the chest. Half moon. Open up. Bring your left hand onto your block. It can come down to the floor. Top hand up to the sky. You can stay here in half moon or take sugar cane, bend your top knee, and grab a hold of your top ankle. Yeah, it helps to keep your eyes on one spot to help that balance. Then press through the shin in your sugar cane. Nice, Liz. One more breath. Both feet to the floor. Whew, shake that out. Reset. Eagle pose, left side. Last one. Left arm under, left leg over. Steady rhythmic breath. Just this one pose, it's where all your attention is focused. Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Yes, press, press, press through the lifted foot so your chest can get light. Full airplane, reach your arms back. Chest stays light like upward facing dog. Good, keep all of that space. Half moon, open up. Nice, control. Yes, when you take the time to really integrate muscle and bones into center line, the transition becomes smoother. Stay or sugar cane. Grab your top ankle. Yeah, even if you didn't grab the one on the one side, you can try the one on this side. Big breath to open. Both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose right side. If you're taking standing bow, make sure the soft crease of your elbow faces out. Even if you're grabbing the outside of your ankle, that's fine. Just soft crease of the elbow faces out. Take your pose. Tip forward. If you're taking dancer, get that strap, get your band. Good, get settled into it. Press the four corners of your standing foot straight down to lift yourself up and away from the floor. Good, one more inhale. Switch sides. Standing forward dancers, left side. You got it. Some of you are bumping up against a thing right now. Come down out of your head and back into your body. Those of you around, if you see that happening, breathe louder, help them come back down into their body. Yeah, there it is. Right side, second set. Because that's what happens, right? The mind creeps in and tries to like tell you a thing or make up a story or whatever it's doing, and it makes the thing more challenging. Makes it harder to hold the pose, harder to focus on your breath. Just come right back down into your body, right here. One more inhale. Switch sides. One more. One more on the left. You got it. Take your pose. All the way fully into it. Nice, Stephanie. Perfect. Big breath. Both feet to the floor. Tree pose, right side. Tree pose, right side, and we'll work with a bind this time in tree pose. So once you got your foot situated either on your calf or your inner thigh, interlace your fingers at your low back. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Good. So for some of you, it'll feel more comfortable to straighten out your arms because you've got that range of movement in your shoulders. For others, you might need to bend your elbows a little bit. So you pick the one that feels like it's opening your chest the most. Stick with that one. Pull your ribs together on the front. I know. I know. Breathe right here. Shoulders on the back side of your body, ribs in on the front side of your body. Your ribs look great right now. Keep that up. One more inhale. Left side tree. Same bind on this one, but interlace your fingers the way that feels weird, like the opposite thumb is on top. Interlace them that way. Same thing. You test it. If it's stretched out long, that feels best, or the elbows bent feels best. Get that situated. Ribs together on your front. Breathe right here. Lots of length from the heel all the way up and out through the crown of your head. Beautiful, Ratana. Nice long spine. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain. Reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fly. Open up those arms. I know. High push up. Shoulder depressions for 3, 2, 1. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in together. Big exhale. 2 more of those. Breathe in and clear it. Good. Last one. Exhale completely. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. So keep the breath flowing. There's a lot of room for it now. Your right hand can come down to your shin or your block. Then you can have a weight in your top hand if you'd like. But all of this attention on your upper back, the space between your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pull your shoulder head straight back behind you. Yes, straight back behind you. Press into both feet, rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn both of your feet to face the long edge of your mat, at least parallel, if not turned in more to be pigeon toed. Hinge down. Ninja lunges on this side. Bend your right knee, sink into your right hip. Over into the left hip, over with a bent left knee. Go side to side at your own pace. That could be hands on the floor, hands up. That could be you're higher up away from the floor, you're closer down to the floor. So you create how much space you need to work with. You might find a sticky, stiff spot and you hang out there for a breath or two and then keep going. So you've got this fine-tuned listening now where you're really paying attention to your physical body and what's happening moment by moment. Take another breath or two to get complete, get evened out. Then you'll all come to center. Press into your feet, rise all the way to standing. Namaste, front facing, forward fold. Little baby warrior one stance. Fingertips in your hip creases. Shoulder blades back behind you already. Hinge forward. So there's this tendency to let your shoulders kind of sag, your elbows sag down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and bring your elbows back up. Yes, point your elbows up to the ceiling, at least out to the left and right. Breathe right here. Totally different when the shoulders are involved with this pose. Twisting triangle. Left arm down, right arm straight out. So now you've got all this room to really hug your shoulder blades together and press your heart up to the surface of your chest. Beautiful. You can stay here in twisting triangle or shift forward to twisting half moon. You'll need to move your hand or your block further forward and then float your back leg up to the sky. Yeah, there you go. Flex your lifted ankle the moment the foot comes off the floor. Good. One more breath. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle. Step your left foot through. Upper back engaged. All of those muscles wide awake, warmed up, integrated in your upper back now. Pull your ribs together. Yeah, front ribs right into center. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold with a bind at your low back. So you can have you can have a towel or a strap between your hands and then hinge forward. See if you've got a little more room to work with in terms of your arms coming forward or maybe your shoulders having more space here. Just notice that. Soft knees so your tailbone can go up to the ceiling. Yeah, good adjustments. Knees stay soft so the work stays in the back of your legs and your shoulders. Release your hands down. Rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing fold. Fingertips in your hip creases. So when you hinge forward, press your tailbone back, press your hips back, and then integrate your shoulders onto the back side of your body. Lots of different things going on here. So from the outside, from someone walking by the studio or walking by in your house while you're practicing, it looks like not that much is happening. But there's so many different things happening in this pose right now. Soften your toes. Yeah, twisting triangle. Set it up. Twisting triangle, you're twisting splits if you're in splits, ring out your spine. Let your shoulders hug together on your back and really pull that left arm into your arm socket, your shoulder socket, right into center. Twisting half moon if you took it on the right. You just scoot it forward, float that back leg up to the sky. One more inhale, high to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale out. Good, two more. Breathe in, breath out. Last one, fill up. Exhale everything. Roll out to a high plank. High plank, shoulders right on top of your wrists. Then slowly lower down to the mat. Slow as you can go. Yes. Love it. When you get there, locust pose or Superman. Locust, hands are back by your hips. Superman, arms are out in front. Lift and squeeze into center. Lift and squeeze into center. One more inhale. Lower down. Hips side to side to release your low back. Number 2, locust or Superman, your choice. Rise up and away from the floor. The goal is length, so get as long as humanly possible here. From the crown of your head out through your toes. Last breath, lower down, hips side to side. Floor bow number 1, bend your knees and grab your ankles. Then flex your ankles and press your feet up to the sky as you rise up. Press your feet up to the sky. Yes, away from the mat, lift and open up your chest. Big inhale, lower down. Side to side, rock it out. Second set of floor bow, switch legs if you took 1. If you're taking 2, you could take the insides of your ankles instead of the outsides. That'll give you a different stretch on your forearms. Yeah, if you're taking the insides, make sure the soft creases of your elbow face out, so you'll be giving a thumbs up with both hands if you're grabbing the insides of your ankles. Big inhale, lift, lower down. Take it side to side. Upward facing dog, rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Lower your knees. We'll do a variation of camel that you'll need a block. You'll have a block. So I think I got a block to everybody that's in the room. So you may need it on the second setting, or you may need it on the first setting, depending on your range of flexibility. So for this camel variation, you'll come down onto your knees. Elbows come down onto the block. Hands behind your head. Let your chest get down towards the floor. So you may need to scoot your knees back a little bit further so your chest can come down. And press your palms together back behind your head. Nice big shoulder stretch. Yeah, it needs a little finagling to get your way into it. Looks like everybody's getting into it just fine. Press your palms together. Let your chest sink down towards the floor so your shoulders can stretch out. Yeah, Jim, you might be able to move your knees a little bit further back so you've got more room to work with. Beautiful. Roxanne, you too. Scoot your knees back a little further so your chest can come out. Yeah, there it is. Nice, Brian. That looks great. Susan, great. 2 more breaths here. Deep breath in. Big exhale. 1 more. Breathe in. Breath out. Press into your elbows. Rise up. Sit back on your heels. High hero. Ooh, yeah. That's like kind of yummy, but also kind of like, I don't know if I like that or not. Swing your legs around. Sit up for bridge pose. Come down onto your back. So you can keep that block and put it between your thighs if you want for bridge. Press down, rise up. Lift your hips. Lift all the way up through your chest, and then interlace your fingers at your low back so you can tuck your shoulder heads underneath you. Bring the breath. On purpose about it, really intentional about it, to fill your whole physical body while you're in bridge pose. 1 more breath in. Lower on your exhale. Take your knees left and right. Second set of bridge. Press down, rise up. Press down, rise up. Bind your hands or take cactus arms if that's a better fit for you. Tuck your shoulder heads underneath you. Now, for this bridge pose, straighten your right leg. Keep your thighs parallel together. You can keep the block there and squeeze, but squeeze in. Yeah, leg goes straight to the front edge of your mat so your thighs are parallel. Yes, good adjustments. Place your foot back down. Left leg, straighten out your left leg. Press the center of your heel so thighs are parallel. Long leg in front of you. Put the foot down. Lower your hips. Knees side to side. Good stuff. All right, yogis, wheel pose number 1. Your shoulders are so ready for this. Tuck your fingertips under your shoulders. Wheel number 1, rise up and away from your mat. Oh yeah, big open space. Beautiful. Tuck your chin lower down. Breath in together. Big exhale. Number 2, rise up, press down and go up. Wheel pose. Yes, press your big toe mounds into the floor. Tuck your chin and lower. Breath in, breath out. Number 3, press, lift, go. Eyes set to 1 point. Stick them on 1 point on purpose. Tuck your chin and lower down. Breathe in together. Full breath out. Number 4, you got it. Past the halfway point, up and away from the mat. Big open back bend. Lower down. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Number 5, press, lift, go. Up and away from the floor. Yes. Tuck your chin and come down. Breathe in. Clear it out. Last one. Press, lift, go. Wheel pose, up and away. Your entire body from toes to fingertips participating in the back bend. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take cactus arms here. Cactus arms. Oh. Yeah, let your arms just be easy. Let them be heavy. Shoulders heavy down onto the floor. Happy baby or dead bug. Grab the edges of your feet or the backs of your thighs. Either one is good. If you want to rock side to side, take happy baby. If you hang out in stillness, it's dead bug. So you pick the one that fits what you need right now. Legs straight up in the air. Hands either behind your head or underneath your glutes. Behind the head's a little more challenging, under the glutes more supportive. Lower your right leg halfway to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Switch legs on your exhale. Good. Stay. Breathe in and switch. Breathe in and switch. Keep going with your breath. Side to side, a full integration of your lower abdominal muscles pulling down to the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, knees into your chest. Rock forward and back 3 times. Make your way up into boat pose. Just one boat pose tonight. So you can have blocker weights right at heart center or just palms together at heart center. We're going to row the boat side to side. Go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Relax your face. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Some of you went from giving me a grimace typically in that pose to actually smiling while you're doing boat pose, so that's good. That's good forward progress. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. You might try on that arm variation we just did in camel with your elbows on the ground and palms behind your head here in your half pigeon to give your shoulders a stretch. So if your forehead feels comfortable on the floor, maybe you try that on. If you're here for a few breaths and you're like, yeah, that doesn't fit for me right now, cool, move your arms, no big deal. Anytime I'm up here giving options or showing you different tips or tricks or different ways to get into things, it's not to say that one way is better than the other. It's that I want you to have as many tools as possible to customize the practice exactly how you need it to be. There are days when the hands behind the head feels excellent on your shoulders, and there are other times where you're like, these are just too sore and I don't want that right now. Cool. You get to pick. Steady rhythmic breath. Keep that going. Steady breath. And if you can't hear your neighbor breathing, breathe a little louder so they remember and come back. Same for those of you at home. Even if you're practicing by yourself, breathe in a way that someone else in the house can hear you and they subconsciously start to sync up with your breath. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. It might be hands behind the head again this time. It might be that you take wide arms, like cactus arms here in your half pigeon. Especially if you always reach your arms straight out in front of you, it might be that a wider choice is a better fit tonight. Steady breath, keep that going. Steady and rhythmic. As you try on different variations of the poses, it's like, ooh, I have this little nugget now that I can take with me to my next practice and try it on again, see if the same thing happens or it's something different. That's what's magic about it. It doesn't matter if you've been practicing for 30 years or it's like your first time on your mat. There's always something cool to explore. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Frog pose. In studio facing the windows, unless you like to be on your back, because that'll take the pressure off your knees, so you have your feet against the wall. Those of you at home, however you want to set up your frog pose, feel free to set it up that way. So those of you facing the floor, hips at 90 degrees, knees bent at 90 degrees. It helps to have a little cushion like the mat underneath your knees or a towel underneath your knee. Take the time to set up the foundation of the pose so that you can commit to stillness. Yeah, those of you against the wall, feet straight out left and right. Straight out to the left and the right. Good. Breathe right here. And then notice, without changing anything about your shoulders, just notice, are they depressed and kind of hanging down, or can you reintegrate? Pull your chest in. Let your shoulder blades get nice and wide. Nice and broad. Yeah, there you go, Neil. Huge difference. It's a difference between part of the pose being asleep in your frog and the whole thing participating in the pose. Because it's really common to get to this point in the practice and you're like, cool, I'm going to kind of check out now. I'm tired. I'm sweaty. Yeah, stay checked in. Get comfortable when things are a little bit uncomfortable and stay. Three more breath cycles. Full inhale with the pause at the top. Full exhale with the pause at the bottom. When you're done with your third breath cycle, start to make your way out of your frog. Yeah, no rush making your way out. As you get back onto your mat, next pose is seated single leg extension. So right leg out, left heel in. And if you've got a resistance band, you can grab a hold of that for a different variation of this pose. If you're just grabbing a hold of your foot, great. Fold towards your foot. If you've got one of the bands, stay upright. Let me see if I can do this with this much resistance on this thing. Let me test myself in front of all of you. You're going to do some bicep curls here. So your elbow right on your thigh. I know some of you are like, what the heck? But with the bands, it's got a little bit of extra resistance. This is a medium one. I think Elena's got the easy resistance one. Yeah. It might be easier with the easy resistance one, but just a few bicep curls while you're here. You know, because class wasn't challenging enough, so we got to add that last piece in at the very end. Those of you folding toes up to the ceiling. And switch legs, left leg out, right heel in. Those with the bands, bicep curls. Those without, fold over your leg. I know, chest nice and broad. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Resist the urge to let them round down towards your leg. Integrate them into your upper back. Seated forward fold, both legs straight out. Reach your hands up to the ceiling to start. Then pull your arms straight back so they're out of your peripheral vision if you can get them there. Fold forward as far as you can go without letting your arms come into your peripheral vision. And when you can't fold any further, let your arms come down to your legs. Oh yeah, a little bit different that way. Some of you have got straps or blocks in front of your feet. Great, go ahead and use those tools. Toes up to the ceiling. Tabletop or reverse plank. Tabletop or reverse plank. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Yes, those of you in the plank with straight legs, squeeze your inner thighs together. Those of you in the tabletop, press your big toe mounts down into the floor. Good. One more inhale. Lift. Lower down. Fish pose. You can put a block between your shoulder blades, which I highly recommend after all the shoulder work, or tuck your hands underneath you and let the top of your head come down to the floor. So either way, you want your head, top of your head touching the floor, and if it's not, just adjust the block or move your hands so that the top of your head can touch. Oh, maybe you take your arms nice and wide here like a T shape. Ooh. Yeah, try that on, see how that feels. You might like pointed toes here, soup to bottom legs. Like, get the pose exactly how it needs to be tonight. Two more breaths here. Full inhale. Purposeful exhale. Big breath in. Fill yourself up, up, up. Big exhale. Make your way off your block or untuck your hands. Come down onto your back and let's get upside down. So I initially had planned for everyone to do like super fun handstand stuff, but I feel like waterfall or shoulder stand is going to be a better fit tonight. So waterfall or shoulder stand. Waterfall, legs just straight up in the air. Back on the floor, shoulder stand. Hands based on your low back. And set your eyes on one point. Eyes set to one point. Maybe you're rolling your ankles around or pointing your toes. Yeah. Steady breath. Yep, stay right here. Stay in the work. Shoulder stands. You can come to plow. Land in the plow first. Let your legs stay long so that the stretch can happen in the backs of your legs and upper back. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees. Hug them on either side of your head. Let deaf yogi be a pose. Stay. Even if things start to stretch and you're like, oh, I'm feeling something. I need to come out. Stay. Slowly lower your spine to the mat, piece by piece. If you have a block there, be mindful of that. Move it out of the way. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Melt your shoulder blades straight down onto the mat. Supine twist left. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let your body settle. Heavy bones. warm muscles. Shavasana. Got your cold eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Put that wherever you'd like to put it. And take a long breath in. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring movement into your hands, into your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. Thank your shoulders for showing up. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish up practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much. Those of you who signed in virtually, those of you who came in person to make this practice fiery. Namaste. Good work, everybody. Sweaty, sweaty. Okay, eye towels can go in either one of the hampers on the outside of the studio doors. If you guys have any questions about things we've got coming up, Himalayan is almost full, so if you're still on the fence about that, I would pull the trigger sooner rather than later. And we've got space for 40 days, and we've revamped the whole program, and Lisa Taylor's leading it. So if you have questions about that and what that looks like now that it's new, let me know. We'll get you signed up and answer your questions. Have an awesome rest of your night.